Opposition parties refused to allow President Jacob Zuma to deliver his State of the Nation address. MPs interrupted Zuma's speech, delaying it for more than an hour. Some MPs were forcibly removed from the House while others walked out. In comparison, the situation on the streets of Cape Town surrounding the parliamentary precinct were relatively peaceful. René del Carme has more.
There was a huge police presence on the streets of Cape Town, ahead and during President Zuma's State of the Nation address. And although the large numbers of anti-Zuma protesters expected did not materialize, police still had their hands full controlling the crowds. They worked hard to prevent African National Congress supporters from marching on Parliament and tried to keep them away from rival economic freedom fighters' supporters. A small group of EFF protesters made their presence felt under the watchful eye of riot police. Tensions rose when they heard that the EFF contingent, including party leader Julius Malema, had been ordered out of the National Assembly.
It was a long day in Parliament. Your leadership and your MPs, your votes were well worth it. We kept up a good fight. We've made you proud. Let's go out there and do the same thing. Let's continue holding the ANC accountable.
The EFF protesters dispersed peacefully shortly after their leaders had left the parliamentary precinct, and police escorted them out of the city centre. This as thousands of ANC supporters remained gathered at the Grand Parade, waiting to hear from their leadership after the State of the Nation address.
Zuma! Zuma!
President Jacob Zuma thanked ANC supporters who had gathered on Cape Town's iconic Grand Parade. He said those who had disrupted proceedings in Parliament were clearly not committed to South Africa.
It's an important statement made in the country. All serious South Africans listen to it, because that's when they will know what is the situation in the country. But those who are not serious about the country, they don't care whether they can listen or not listen. They expose themselves of who they are. Thank you very much for coming in your numbers to be here to support the State of the Nation address.
President Zuma reiterated the ruling party's promise of radical economic change and said that in 2017, the ANC would celebrate the legacy of former leader Oliver Tambo, who would have turned 100 this year. René del Carme, CGTN, Cape Town, South Africa.